We get in emails all the time asking questions and shooting things by us to see what our counselors' opinions are on things. And I'm talking about the Marriage Foundation, and I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. And you can get help too by going to themarriagefoundation.org and clicking on the Ask a Counselor tab. And if we like your question, because we think it's going to have a broad appeal for others, I'll do a video on it, like I am on this one. And this is, my fiance wants a big wedding, and I don't. And that's very interesting. Now, I'm not a sexist or misogynist, but usually, not always, but usually this is the woman who wants a big wedding. And frankly, she reads magazines, and because I'm talking to the groom-to-be now, she reads magazines, she talks to her friends, and it's sort of a status thing for her to have a big wedding. And it's a difficult proposition. I'll tell you why. Because a big wedding is a big party that is super expensive. So I can understand why you don't. As a man, you're probably more practical in terms of thinking, well, we could do more things with the money. Now, if it's her father who's footing the bill, no problem. Why worry about it? Enjoy the party. But in this day and age, most couples are footing the bill for their wedding. So I'm not going to say I'm on your side. If you can afford a big wedding, why not? Here is the real problem, because there is a real problem here that you are not aware of. You see, the real problem is there is this idea out there, commonly held belief, and it's a bad belief, that the wedding is the happiest day of the bride's life. Why is that bad? It's bad because it's suggesting that from here on out things are going to get worse. And honestly, in most marriages they do. Because, and here's the important point, we are not taught how to be married in our society. And we do not realize that marriage is complex as all get out. You don't even know. Here's where I challenge you. You don't even know. Right now, put in your head 2 main reasons for getting married. Just the fact that you hadn't thought about that before should tell you. Because if you don't know why you're getting married, how are you going to do the things that will accomplish those goals? Because they're goals. It's not a ride at a theme park. You don't just get married and everything falls into place at all. The 2 main driving reasons to get married are 1, ever increasing happiness until the day you die. You go, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, but where did you learn that until now? And what did you learn you need to do and don't do in order to achieve that? Now, the other is way more important than that. Really. No, it's not to have kids. It's to learn how and to experience marital love, unconditional love, because there's nothing that compares. And marriage is one of the only vehicles in the world that delivers unconditional love. And the other places that deliver it, other vehicles for accomplishing unconditional love, are like monasteries, spiritual paths. But you've already chosen one. You've chosen the path, and it's a spiritual path because its aim is to achieve unconditional love. You see? Spiritual means it's tangible, but not perceptible by the senses. Doesn't mean it's religious. Could be religious, but it doesn't mean that. It means that it's a tangible, non-perceptible with the senses vehicle to achieve unconditional love. Love itself is spiritual. Can't touch it, but man, can you experience it? And that's what it's all about. So the real problem here is that there's a lack of awareness of what happens after the wedding. That's the real problem. And it is a huge problem. And at the Marriage Foundation, we have thousands and thousands of people who take our courses to resurrect their marriage, and they're the lucky ones. Most people just get a divorce. I mean, we're barely touching the surface here at the Marriage Foundation, even with our thousands of clients. So what you really need to do is you need to study up. Go to premaritalacademy.org. The courses are way cheaper than later on when you're messing up. So take my advice. So the wedding, work it out. It's not that big a deal. But learning how to be married, huge deal. Okay. I appreciate your time. Subscribe to the channel. Write into us if you need to. Like the video. Leave a comment if you'd like. God bless and take care and congratulations.